Hi, I'm Pamela Sollenberger. I'm a certified grief counselor, and I've studied grief work for many years. And one of the pioneers in the field is Ken Doka. He's a PhD and a professor at the College of New Rochelle in New York. He designed the two types of grievers: an instrumental griever who expresses more physically, cognitively, or behaviorally, versus the intuitive griever who expresses feelings of grief on a very deep level. So you'll find that in many ways when you see people in their grief work. Okay? The next is the holistic concept of care, and that would be physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. However, the primary disruption is emotionally, because you will see many different emotions erupt, particularly if you're looking at someone who is in acute, intense grief. So that's the dimension. It will manifest in other ways, but the emotions are the primary one. Grief is difficult, complicated, and emotionally painful response to loss. Feelings expressed are confusion, shock, anger, guilt, sadness, etc. It takes time to heal, and only in your way. Manifestations of normal grief are the feelings, the physical sensations, cognitions, behaviors, feelings. You have anger, you have sadness, frustration, guilt, loss and sorrow, fear, feelings of being overwhelmed, the loneliness, your own needs are not being met, depleted energy, inability to cope with loss and change. Physical manifestations, the hollowness in your stomach, the tightness in your chest and throat, oversensitivity to noise, a sense of depersonalization, nothing seems real, breathlessness, feeling short of breath, weakness in the muscles, lack of energy, dry mouth. Cognitions are disbelief, confusion, preoccupation, sense of presence, hallucinations, visual and auditory. Behaviors, your sleep and appetite disturbances, absent-minded behavior, social withdrawal, dreams of the deceased, searching and calling for your loved one, restless overactivity, crying, visiting special places, and carrying objects of memory. Complicated grief is chronic. Complicated grief can manifest throughout your whole life. It's excessive in duration and never comes to a satisfactory conclusion. Delayed grief reactions. Person may have had an emotional reaction at the time of the loss, but is not sufficient to the loss. At any future date, the person may experience symptoms of grief, but not too excessive. Exaggerated grief reactions. Person experiences the manifestations of normal grief and resorts to maladaptive behavior. It may include a major psychiatric disorder, clinical depression, anxiety, social phobia, post-traumatic stress disorder. Mass grief is when a person experiences symptoms and behaviors which cause difficulty but do not recognize the relationship to the loss. They may develop symptoms similar to the deceased, like a facsimile illness. Thank you. Thank you for listening.